Millions of Germans cheering, saluting, worshiping a dictator who would lead them to destruction. They weren't forced, they weren't brainwashed, they chose him. But why? The answer will disturb you. Welcome back to Supremacy 1939. We've seen Hitler's rise, his survival, and his invasion of Poland. But there's one question we haven't answered. Why did ordinary Germans support him? Let's find out. November 1923. Germany was drowning in chaos. Hyperinflation destroyed the economy. A loaf of bread cost billions of marks. People burned money for warmth because it was cheaper than buying firewood. Life savings vanished overnight. The middle class was wiped out. Families starved. Humiliation was everywhere. Then came the Great Depression in 1929. 6 million Germans lost their jobs. That's 30% unemployment. No welfare, no safety net, just desperation. Imagine watching your children go hungry, your dignity stripped away, your country mocked by the world. You'd do anything for hope, anything for someone to blame. The Weimar Republic government seemed weak, corrupt, and powerless. Democracy wasn't working. Germans were ready for something radical. Enter Adolf Hitler. He didn't just promise change, he promised revenge, pride, and prosperity, and Germans believed him because he delivered. Within months of taking power in 1933, Hitler put millions back to work. He built the Autobahn factories and rearmed the military. Unemployment dropped from 6 million to virtually zero by 1938. For the first time in over a decade, Germans had jobs, food, and dignity. Hitler did what the democratic government couldn't. He made them feel powerful again. Then he tore up the Treaty of Versailles. He reclaimed the Rhineland, absorbed Austria, and took Czechoslovakia, all without firing a shot. Germans felt unstoppable. Hitler promised to make Germany great again, and to millions of desperate people, he was keeping his word. The economy boomed, pride returned. Who cared about freedom when you finally had bread? But Hitler offered something even more powerful than jobs, someone to blame. He told Germans their suffering wasn't their fault. It was the Jews, the communists, the traitors. Nazi propaganda flooded every newspaper, radio, school, and movie theater. It was relentless. Jews were portrayed as parasites, destroying Germany from within. And many Germans believed it, not because they were evil, but because it was easier than facing the truth. It's easier to blame outsiders than admit your nation lost a war. Show Kristallnacht footage. By 1938, Jewish businesses were destroyed, synagogues burned, thousands arrested, and most Germans, they did nothing. Some cheered, others looked away. This wasn't just Hitler. Millions of ordinary Germans participated, profited, or stayed silent. They weren't monsters. They were people who chose comfort over conscience. After the war, many Germans claimed they didn't know about the death camps. Some truly didn't, but most knew something. They just chose not to ask questions. When Allied forces liberated the camps, they forced German civilians to witness what their silence enabled. Thousands of bodies, gas chambers, ovens. Some Germans wept, others claimed ignorance, but the evidence was undeniable. This is what happens when good people support bad leaders. At Nuremberg, Nazi leaders said they were just following orders. But millions of Germans had made a choice. They chose Hitler, they chose hate, they chose silence. So why did Germans support Hitler? Economic desperation, powerful propaganda, and the dangerous comfort of blaming others for your problems. They weren't born evil. They were ordinary people who made terrible choices in terrible times. It's a warning we can't ignore. Democracy dies not when dictators seize power, but when ordinary people hand it to them willingly. Germany learned this the hardest way possible. If this made you think, hit that subscribe button. Next video. How did Hitler control the German people? The propaganda machine revealed. Don't miss it.